It's officially October spooky season, so if you want to go from these to D's, most definitely stay tuned. And for my OGs and my new bays, hi, I am Mia. I'm the creator of Bay's Nail Obsession, and I'm completely obsessed with Gel X nails. I love press-ons. I love anything art on nails. Most importantly, I just want to say thank you to everyone who engages and just enjoys the art that I create. It's fun, it's freeing, and this is why I make the tutorials. And if you have any ideas or suggestions, definitely let me know in the comments because I am always up for a challenge. And I'm a visual learner myself, so I totally and completely get it. So, of course, to get festive, I am going to be doing a Boogeyman inspired set. I love doing beginner nail art tutorials. However, this will be a little challenging, so buckle up and enjoy. I knew when I came back from my vacation, I wanted to make sure the quality was on point. So for those of you who might be curious, I'm using my 13 Pro Max on cinematic. It's zoomed in at 1, so it's not super zoomed in. You can always crop it out if you want it more focused on the nail. I kind of like the background setting because look at all the stickers on my lamp. It's kind of fun, so I just wanted to, get that personality in the shot as well. Also, if you are curious about the stands or the lighting I use, I have that linked on my link tree. It should be on my YouTube channel homepage. If it's not, let me know so I can adjust that. I do not believe in gatekeeping, so if you have any questions on the products I use or, what would be recommended for a beginner, definitely feel free to ask me. I'm open and, whatever works for you is what's most important and, that is safe as well. Okay, back to Boogeyman. So when I look at nail art or like animations or anything that I want to do on the nail, I look at the shape first. And this is, I guess, because I used to paint, so I was taught to always look at the shapes so I don't overwhelm myself. So I just did an outline of Boogeyman and then colored that in. And then now I'm doing his eyes and just the basic outline of his mouth and, just around him. And this is why people always say practice is detrimental because it really is. It gets you comfortable with not only making mistakes, but looking outside of the box and seeing what works best for you. Some people like to make stickers on different surfaces and then transferring it onto the nail. Me, I wanted to challenge myself and actually do the art on the nail. That's why you see me using different angles so you guys can see, the ins and out of everything. And of course, my camera is probably about to go out of focus. Why? I don't know, but it was probably focusing on my thumb or my brush. Who knows? If you need to pause at any point, feel free to do so because I didn't want to speed up this video because this is a very time consuming process and it's tedious. So if you need to pause the video at any moment to help you, guide you so you can, get something similar, definitely go for it. If you feel inspired to twist it up or mix it up, go for it as well because art is subjective. So if it's something that you want to remix, I would say go for it, especially if it's something you'll like. Now, the only thing I wish I had done differently is probably before I started using outlines and getting outlines of his facial features, I might have went back in with a darker color green just to add more depth, even though the line work kind of helps with that. So I wasn't really too focused on using different colors. Maybe in a different video, I will get into that, especially when it comes to palette mixing. I know sometimes you don't always have the color that you want to use, but that's why the color wheel is important so you know what colors to mix in to get that color that you're trying to achieve. I am also a firm believer in working with what you have until you can get what you desire. So I did use one brush. I believe this is like a 20 mm. I'm not too sure to be honest. If you're trying to achieve like lighter or thinner lines, I would say adding or putting more paint on your brush is what makes a huge difference, as well as the angles and how much pressure you apply to the brush. So it's a lot of factors to take into consideration. My bad, I'm trying to talk too fast. But once you become comfortable in doing nail art, you'll understand it for yourself. So that's why practice is always important. After I was done with his face, I didn't know what I wanted to add. I just knew I wanted to keep that spookiness going. So at first I was trying to do centipedes, and then I was like, these look like the his mouth stitchings. So I kind of just went with that. And then I did dice off camera and I added a spider charm. You could get those on Sheen, like a 10 pack for $1. So everything is reasonable. These were supposed to pop off because I did the pop off method, but I applied them a little too good. But they did end up coming off a little later. But here's the final results. If you liked and stayed, I thank you all, and I'll see you in the next video. Late.